Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are having a fantastic day from wherever you are around the world, and welcome back to a post-match reaction. And yeah, Liverpool won a game of football. Absolutely get in, boys. We won the Merseyside derby. Yes, Liverpool did beat Everton by 2 goals to nil. And let's be frank about it. Look, at the end of the day, it could have been more. It could have been 3 or 4 nil to Liverpool. It was absolutely brilliant from the Reds tonight. Where has this Liverpool team been? Where's it been? It was so good, so good, such a good performance. But again, we can't get carried away with it. But it was a good performance from the Reds tonight. Anyway, but guys, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions in the comment section down below. If you're watching for the first time as well, and please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button as well, and just let me know your overall thoughts as well in the comment section down below. If you could please hit that subscribe button as well, follow, share, whatever. If you could, please, very much appreciated as always. Anyway, but let me know your thoughts and opinions as well in the comment section down below. But I can see a lot of people already in the chat as well. Chris is in saying missed first half as I was at work. Much better performance. Not good tuning. Not turning up for this game because it's a derby. Not to do it. But I said this, my man of the match absolutely phenomenal. His first derby performance. We will speak about obviously Stefan Bajcetic, of course, and look, it was a very, very good game from the Reds tonight. Absolutely brilliant as well. Chris also saying Gakpo was brilliant. To be fair, lots of good performances, but it's only one game. Need to do it the upcoming games instead of jumping on Bounty Castle. There we go. I couldn't get my words out as well. I would agree as well. Chris, well, 1892 Reds podcast as well. If it is Ricky, congratulations. That's all I'm going to say because, again, Ricky won big on the bet. So Liverpool did something right, Rick. Liverpool did something right. Anyway, but Pickford has gone walkie, says Doug. Absolutely, went absolutely mental, didn't he? For Mo's goal in Jurgen I trust as well, says Jegster as well, Senior as well. Absolutely, Doug, guys, emojis, but can't beat the derby win. Take the L Everton. Cheerio as well, absolutely. Absolutely love it, Luke. I just love seeing it. No, it is Luke. Sorry, Luke, as well. But it's actually Luke, lol. But Ricky. To be fair, we all know when it's like that, it's Ricky normally, Luke. Come on. Anyway, but it's actually Luke. Lol, Ricky is paying for Liverpool next time on his win as well. Yeah, absolutely. It's great that an actually Liverpool win can actually do some good in that sense as well. It's absolutely brilliant as well in that aspect of things as well. What else we have? Yes, we played well. So hello, Scotty. Hopefully on a fantastic day as well, my friend. This could be the last time we ever play Everton in the Prem. Yeah, it could be. It very much could be. I doubt it though. Look, I'd love them to go down, but I think Sean Dyche will save them. But it's going to be a very hard task, a very, very hard task as well. Raj, I'm so buzzing. We needed that as well. Absolutely. Get in, walk alone. Everton Football Club. Everton Football Club. I have the perfect photo for the chat. I think while we're speaking about Everton Football Club, we want to speak about Shithouse Andy Robertson. I think Shithouse Andy Robertson is the best thing in football. Like that for me is the best thing of the night as well. Was Andy Robertson absolutely terrorizing Jordan Pickford and the whole Everton squad for about 5-10 minutes, which was absolutely hilarious as well. But yeah, Everton Football Club are in the mud for sure. Anyway, but let's get more into your comments there. Robinson Schattauser, yeah, absolutely love it. Haven't seen that level of desire for a long time as well. Yeah, El Scouse, I would absolutely agree with you. I think, look, like I said, where has this Liverpool team been over the last couple of weeks? And do you know what, chat? I said this to you guys. For me, I don't think, or didn't think anyway, that Liverpool would get into the top four. But if we actually look at it, and I'm going to take a quick look at it, we've got Newcastle United next week. If we beat Newcastle, we're 6 points with a game in hand. Like, if we can win our games in hand, and look, again, you have the likes of Brentford, Fulham, Brighton to contend with as well. But if this now could be a step forward in Liverpool's progression this season, is Champions League out of the realm of possibility? I said no. I thought Champions League was definitely gone. But if Liverpool can get their act together, again, with 6 points with a game in hand, and we win that game in hand, you're 3 points off Newcastle, who look the most likeliest to get top four at the present moment in time out of the rest of the teams. Like, that's massive. It's huge. And I think Liverpool could easily be in that conversation. But again, can they take this performance from the Everton win tonight into other games? That's the huge question. Which again, I hope they bloody well can. Andy Robertson is a prick, but a good prick as well. Absolutely adorable prick. It is as I play with my medals around my neck on Derby Day in case Pickford wants to get brave. Fair enough. I love how Pickford kept giving us the ball back, so refreshing as well. Yeah, it wasn't. It was pretty much. It was the whole team though, wasn't it? It was the fact that their midfield that I thought would have been a massive challenge tonight just didn't look anything like it was last week against Arsenal. It was like the game of their life last week against Arsenal, and tonight it was pathetic from Everton. Every great team has bad spells. That this year has sucked, but will rise again. Hopefully, Jake's does as well. Talia Albin, Everton at a shite. Stefan is bloody man. Yeah, he is. We'll get onto him in a brief moment. Bobby is back. Yes, Bobby. Jota's back as well. Virgil van Dijk on the bench as well. There was a lot of conversation, I think, going around that Virg would start today, but he was on the bench and not used. So another full week of rehab and training, which again is a good sense. And again, everyone's coming back at the right time at the moment as well. Rumours I've heard, if we don't get top four, Klopp will lose his war chest of 12.5 million in the summer to 5,300. Jesus Christ. That's the sad reality, Luke. That's the sad reality. We'd be in the Champions League next season. Use all forget the former Pope died, and we always win Champions League when that happens. Again, the finals in Istanbul. Like, it could happen. Who's to say? Not anyway. Hendo impressed me. Didn't think he had those legs in him anymore. I don't think any of us did we? I think that's the the fact that he hasn't played really in the last 2-3 games. In particular, I think a couple of people were saying that him and James Milner had a right go at the squads. I think people had a right go back at Hendo as well. And I think it was a real reflective week for Liverpool. Where even in the presser, Jurgen even said, "Look, I told everyone to have 2 days off. Didn't want to see anyone for 2 days." And I think that's probably the best thing that could have happened, because again, there was a reaction tonight. There wasn't, look, it's against Everton. Everton weren't the best, but there was a reaction tonight from the Reds, and it was a positive one. It wasn't the fact that we just got 2 lucky goals and we ran away with it. Like, for example, like the Leicester game at Anfield, where we got those 2 lucky own goals and ran away with it. Tonight we could have got 3, 4, 5 goals. Gakpo looked brilliant. We're going to mention Stefan Bajcetic. For me, my man of the match, without a shadow of a doubt tonight. But there was multiple good performances. Trent Alexander-Arnold defensively, outstanding tonight. Joe Gomez as well, I thought was, I've criticised Joe Gomez quite a lot. I thought defensively was pretty sound tonight as well. But again, didn't have much to do when he does have more to do again. But it's that now question of who plays alongside Virgil van Dijk next week, because that's I think the easy question already answered is, will Van Dijk come straight back in? Of course he will. It's Virgil van Dijk. So yeah, plain simple. But whom said Darwin could pass a ball? Yeah, Darwin was also another one that was very, very good tonight anyway. But again, massive, I say massive. You look at it. Thanks to Mohamed Salah's goals as well, goal as well. Him getting on the score sheet was a mighty relief as well. He hasn't been performing as of late as well, so for him to get his goal from that counter attack as well was very, very good. And again, Cody Gakpo getting his first Liverpool goal, which was a mighty relief. Off his shoulders, because you could tell straight away the last couple of weeks he's come into a side which hasn't been performing well. And tonight, for me, that's probably Cody Gakpo's best performance in a Liverpool shirt. It's Liverpool's best performance for a very long time. And just overall, things look good. And again, it begs that question of, at the moment and the present moment in time, is it better to play Cody Gakpo through the middle and Darwin Núñez on the left? It worked against Brighton, in the FA Cup. Obviously, we lost the game, but again, it was a positive performance. And tonight, it looked, pretty much good there and then. For me, I think when Liverpool are back to, the full firing Liverpool, I think Darwin Núñez should be down the middle. But for right here, right now, I would say personally, Liverpool might start to look at Darwin Núñez on the left. Just, look at his pace. He's 10, 15 yards from the ball. Darwin Núñez is fast, like really, really fast. I think Cody Gakpo, he's a good link-up player, and I think that's tonight what we saw in particular as well. But it will be interesting as well to see, in the future. I think once Luis Diaz comes back, for me, I think Darwin Núñez will be more in down the middle. I think when Luis Diaz is back, but again, I think Liverpool might even change the system when Jota is back fully fit, and even when Luis Diaz is back towards the back end of the season anyway. But, and guys, let me know your man of the matches in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts as well, if anyone is new tuning in as well. But for me, my man of the match goes to this guy, Stefan Bajcetic. What a performance from an outstanding 18-year-old kid. I was just looking at it now at Dave Maddock, and he was tweeting and said something on the lines of, he's been covering Liverpool and a Merseyside derby for a numerous amount of years, and he's never seen an 18-year-old kid come in. He never saw Gerrard do that, come in and absolutely boss a midfield like what Stefan Bajcetic did. And I've said this for a very long time to you guys. I just said it on Twitter. For me, Stefan Bajcetic could save Liverpool millions in the transfer window in terms of looking for a new player. Because Stefan Bajcetic, he's absolutely brilliant. Can play centre half, can play as a 6, can play as an 8. He's been absolutely brilliant since coming into the team in the bad form that we have been in. And then tonight, an outstanding performance yet again. And for me right now, you look at it, plain and simple, he is quite simply Liverpool's best midfielder on the pitch at the moment, and that's even better than Thiago. It's better than Henderson. It's better than Fabinho. But Stefan Bajcetic is Liverpool's best midfielder on current form, and it's not even close. And again, what a performance it was. Again, I thought in particular that maybe Liverpool's midfield might get outrun by the Everton midfield, like what we saw last week against Arsenal. Complete opposite. Absolutely brilliant. His pressing, his passing, just the silk 1-2s with him, Hendo, him and even Darwin as well, linking up a couple of times as well for the crossfield pull between him and Trent as well. For me, by miles, Stefan Bajcetic is my man of the match. But again, you could give shout outs for Darwin. I think Gakpo, Mo, Trent. To be fair, there's a few tonight. There's probably even one or two I'm not mentioning right now. But again, for me, Stefan Bajcetic for sure was my man of the match, without a doubt. Anyway, but we'll take a quick look at the stats in a moment, guys. Anyway, if I want to get to more onto your comments anyway. What have you got? Jexter says, so I've not been online for a while. For a long time. What all this Mason Mount rumours? Has he left his contract run down with Chelsea? Not want him anymore. He's let his contract run down, but don't believe anything. The fact that Liverpool are going to get him. Again, he's on 300k a week, I think, at the moment. And again, Liverpool aren't going to get him. Jake's there anyway. Nunes in the centre for me as well. I would agree once everyone is back, but I think for now, I think you potentially play him on the left for now anyway. My man of the match didn't play tonight, but was ready to fight all Everton players, VVD lol, as well. Nah, to be fair, there was a few tonight. Gakpo was one for sure. Stefan Bajcetic was one. I think plain and simple, Liverpool looked better tonight, and it wasn't just one player; it was everyone. Mo looked better, Gakpo looked better, Darwin looked better, the midfield looked better, Trent and Robbo looked better. We barely had to see anything of Alisson Becker. I think Alisson, probably had the most plainest game of the season so far, and for me anyway, I think Liverpool in particular. And again, I said this before the World Cup. This could be a performance that pushes Liverpool on, and pushes us on for the next couple of weeks. But I've said that for a very, very long time, and it hasn't happened. But tonight, something felt different. That could be me. That could be me just completely reading it wrong. But for me, I think something was different about tonight's performance, and you've seen by Jurgen Klopp's reaction, just how relieved he looked in particular of, that's him doing the fist bumps, but how relieved he looked and how much, even he said after the game in terms of, look, this was a low of a relief because if this has gone bad again, it's, I wouldn't have a clue what on earth we'd be doing, realistically. So for me, I think, and for Jurgen, I think plain and simple, tonight was more a relief in terms of, getting the win, getting the 3 points, getting the performance. But in terms of, hopefully this will be the right track for Liverpool and what Jurgen has said over the last couple of weeks in terms of training and everything looks fine and so on. Hopefully now the week that we've had to, have a go at each other, rebuild with each other and go again. And we've done it now against Everton. You're hoping now that can be carried on now throughout the season because we're more or less now playing one game a week. More or less, and obviously you've got a couple of games in and out. But again, win tonight. If you could get a win against Newcastle, that puts you in a real confident position to play the likes of Real Madrid then on Wednesday. And again, that's the big one. If you beat Madrid over 2 legs, the Champions League is massively open because nobody has stopped Liverpool. The only team to properly batter Liverpool over the last couple of seasons in the Champions League has either been Real Madrid. I say battered in that aspect. I think we battered them last season in the Champions League final, even though they won. Has been Madrid or Napoli. And like I said to you on the stream a couple of nights ago, for me, I think Napoli are a dark horse in the Champions League. And what happens there if they get knocked out by a team? That then opens the door massively for Liverpool, especially when you've got AS Madrid and PSG are playing Bayern as well. It's going to be a huge couple of weeks for Liverpool, and hopefully we can change the season around. But I say this now, next week's corner will be a completely different story, unfortunately. Anyway, but we'll soon see. Anyway, but that post to goal was our season turning point. I heard 83 points if we win out. Imagine. Jesus Christ, could you imagine? To be fair, I think all of us are like that. Like, if we could somehow get a Champions League spot, we all thought the injury crisis season with the centre halves was bad. What was the great escape, I should say. If we managed to get a top 4 position now, Jesus Christ, like that'd be so bad, man. It'd be so bad. Owen's in as well. Hello, Owen. Evening all. Bajcetic was brilliant. Mo Salah has still got his magic as well. Yes, he does. Hasn't been around for the last couple of weeks, but again, it's good to see him in there as well. And good to see you in here as well, as well. We looked a different beast today as well. I absolutely agree with you there, Mark. We read that one out. Hi, Mark, as well. Let me quickly scroll down. Mark saying, come away from that win. Come away from that with a win, clean sheet and no injuries today. It was a good day. It's a brilliant day, wasn't it, Mark? Absolutely brilliant day. How are you today? How are you, Doug, as well? What else do we have? Scroll down. Good, thanks, Mark. That's good. Mark saying teams dropping points and us keeping this going, we could get higher in the league as well. Yeah, we could, and take another look at the league table. Okay, now Liverpool are on 32 points. You look at it on Tottenham, for example. We are what's that? We're 7 points from Spurs with 3 games with 2 games in hand. Sorry, like again, we could be a point behind Spurs if we win those 2 games in hand. Like that's how mad it is, and how competitive it is. Because again, you look at us, we're on 32. Chelsea are behind us as well. Of course, they will be coming um, thick and fast as well. With their new signings and so off and so forth. So again, it's going to be competitive over the next couple of weeks. And again, you hope Liverpool can be in that conversation, but the fact will they be is a different story, because again, we've said this for a very long time, haven't we? To be fair, but Scouse is in as well. Scouse African is in, saying yo as well. Good seeing you as well, my friend. Can't beat a derby win, and no matter where we both are on the table, which completes my day. Been a perfect day as well. Good to hear that, Chris, as well. But I still think we need to move certain players on. We will. Scouts, I think, look, there will be a rebuild in the summer, and again, I think you're looking at 4 or 5 players in the door in the summer, if I'm being honest. But again, we'll speak about that on a different video. The Polish Messi needs to bring up the scores, because I think he will over the next season and a half. I think he's not quite there yet. Unlike a Bajcetic or Doak, I think them two are slightly ahead in the in the pecking order. But again, you look at it at the minute, even with you got the likes of Carvalho and Elliott at the minute, I've spoken about Bajcetic being the best player. You look at it, them two, Carvalho didn't get a chance. Like apparently Carvalho is injured at the moment though, or has a little bit of a problem. Do you then look at Elliott as well? You know, Liverpool's midfield at the moment, when we complain about it, and the potential talk of Thiago being out for a month, that could be Liverpool's midfield going on now for the next couple of weeks. When we have Hendo, Bajcetic, and Fabinho in the three, that could be Liverpool's midfield three for over a month. So again, today was a good signs from it, but again, you hope that, like with the press with Jordan Henderson, you hope that will be maintained and not be dropped off then, if that makes sense. But Liverpool will beat Newcastle. I bloody hope so. Let's stay focused and get our top 4. Absolutely, Scouts. Going on from today's game, yeah, we should as well. Absolutely. Klopp developed players from youth at Dortmund too, to be fair as well. No, he did. Again, I think people to forget Klopp was the one who brought in the likes of Ousmane Dembele at Dortmund, or tried to get him into the team anyway. So again, Klopp's got a good eye for talent. Don't mistake that. And again, we go on about transfers. It's like I said, Bajcetic could save Liverpool millions in the transfer window. He's that good, and he's 18 years of age. We speak about the Liverpool rebuild. For me, Liverpool's rebuild, if it was to be a perfect rebuild next season, we already know Klopp wants Matthias Nunes. We know this. For me, the other two, clearly the one is Jude Bellingham that we want. That's no joke. That's no secret, is it? But for me, the other guy that I think Liverpool should be looking at is what's his name? Ortega or Ugarte. Don't know how to say his name. The Sporting Uruguayan DM that's 21 years old. He looks brilliant, and for me, that's who Liverpool should go after. If we're looking for a DM replacement for Fabinho, he's the one. That for me is what Liverpool should do going forward. And again, you look at it then, if Liverpool's midfield is that, You then have a 21-year-old or 22-year-old DM, an 18 or 19-year-old Bajcetic, and an 18, 19 Jude Bellingham, or 19-year-old Jude Bellingham. That midfield might be a midfield for the next 5, 6, 7 years if you're lucky. But again, that's the dream world for Liverpool at the moment. Henderson much better today, more like Henderson we know, but pressing as well, absolutely. Carvalho doesn't fit into our team. I think he does, but I think he's more of that Thiago style player, or could be that Thiago style player. Bajcetic is a patcher. Imagine. I hope everyone is well today. The win has increased my mood. It's increased everyone's mood, Mark. But again, I think everyone is like that, isn't he? At the moment, Bajcetic, the Spanish Scouser, yeah, absolutely. Looking at this team now, we don't need a lot of players. When we're fit, again, it's that when everyone is fit, Liverpool have a very good team, a very good squad. But the thing is, this season we haven't had a full squad, and the only player that has played in every single game this season has been Harvey Elliott. Not even Alisson Becker has played in every single game for Liverpool this year. It's been Harvey Elliott. So again, that's a mad stat. Even though last year we were looking at it and like Matip was still fit, Firmino was still fit, Virgil I think was still fit and played every single game. Henderson played nearly every single game, and that it's been like that for a while. Anyway, but Hendo was vital today. His pressing really disrupted Everton. How much rest have we now? Maybe he can keep it up as well. Well, we have a week, don't we now? Until we have a week now until Newcastle, or we have till Saturday at 5:30 to change that anyway. So we have, who do we have? Yeah, we have Newcastle Saturday, Madrid Tuesday. I don't know though. Then we have on Saturday. Is it United? We have it on the Saturday, I think. So again, that's going to be a test. Robertson on fire, winding up their players, causing chaos. Absolutely. Manuel Ugarte. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Thank you, Chris. You're thinking of Sporting always have quality all over the pitch, so I agree. I'll take him as well. He's very good, very very good. If Owen is still here from Copland as well, Owen, take a look at him if you haven't already. Like, he'll be a good subject to talk about as well. He's one that I think will be, people talk about Matthias Nunes and like, oh, he's been the brightest midfielder to come out of Sporting. I think he is one of the shining lights to come out of Sporting as DM as well. Elliot come on and did well as well, absolutely. Let's see when we sign Jude, who's going to fit in. Liverpool's perfect midfield, like I said, Ugarte, if we sign him, Jude Bellingham, Thiago, then potentially, if that's the case. But again, we can think about that next summer. Robertson would be my next captain, as well, says Mark. Again, we have plenty of leaders on the pitch, don't we? In that regards, I think next that'd be a conversation for another day. I think anyway. But yeah, just to run it back as well. Anyway, of course, thanks to Mohamed Salah, him getting his first goal in a while as well on the counter attack. Jordan Pickford, where on earth was he going? But yeah, Mohamed Salah getting his first goal for a good while as well. Obviously, Cody Gakpo as well getting his first goal in a Liverpool jersey, which was absolutely brilliant as well. For me, my man of the match goes to Stefan Bajcetic. For me, I thought he was absolutely fantastic. Yet again, a Liverpool shirt, but again, tonight in a Merseyside derby, his first Merseyside derby, was brilliant as well. And again, just game after game after game, he is outperforming the rest of the midfielders. And again, it was a good performance by everyone tonight, but he was definitely on the top for me and deserves man of the match. And again, like we've spoken about, the relief on Jurgen Klopp's face, even though that is a pretty happy Jurgen Klopp there as well. Of course, like he spoke about, the relief on getting 3 points and getting the win over Everton as well. And again, we love the fact that Andy Robertson was the perfect shithousery against Everton as well, which is absolutely brilliant to see as well. Anyway, but Guys, that's going to be it from me anyway. Hopefully, all of you have had a fantastic Monday evening. I was going to say Sunday then. Of course, it would be a bit on later, but again, I need to head off because I said I'd only be half an hour, and we've hit half an hour on the show anyway. So, a big thank you to all of you guys anyway. I will be live tomorrow at 9 o'clock, speaking more about this. Of course, we'll speak about. Obviously a couple of more things as well. We'll speak about bicetage. We'll speak about its performance, and again we'll just generally speak a bit more about Liverpool beating Everton and how much positivity there was tonight as well. Anyway, but let's get into your last comments then, guys, as well. Robertson will be my next captain, potentially. Again, for Firmino, Fabinho, Arthur's gone. Anyway, to be fair, I'm so glad that Jurgen is a red. Absolutely. Not agreeing to all on that list as well. But again, I wouldn't agree. I wouldn't agree too much on that as well. Jack says, lads, I'm coming on. Lads, I've been on for half an hour with a bead. I know you were at the game, I'm joking as well. But good to see Jack in there as well for another great win. Let's go another hour. I would go another hour, but I did say I was going to be half an hour because I haven't had anything today. So again, I need food because I'm hungry. Again, I have chicken curry downstairs waiting for me. But again, I did say it'd only be half an hour, to be fair. But thanks, everyone. Let's go again. Have a good night all as well. El Scouser says Connor was up all night on the Super Bowl chat. He needs to go. I was up all night watching the Super Bowl, to be fair, but I was also playing FIFA at the same time. Trying to get foot champs in as well. But yeah, I did watch the Super Bowl. It was a very good Super Bowl as well. But again, wasn't just that. Again, to be fair, what's the time? It's what 20 past 11. I should have ate probably like half an hour ago. And again, I'm gonna get told off now for not eating. But again, good to do the content as well. But again, I'm probably going to suffer now because I think chicken curry's quite hot. So again, I'm going to suffer, but it's kind of nice anyway. But yeah, great win, Jack, as well. And again, great win for the Reds as well. Hopefully, we can rebuild on this as well over the next couple of games as well. But anyway, guys, big thank you to all of you guys as well. Like I said, if anyone isn't yet already, I think we're on 1 point. I think we're nearly on 1.2k on TikTok as well. Again, I don't do TikTok dancers unless Jude Bellingham signs for Liverpool. But again, if you're not yet, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go over to our TikTok as well. We put up clips from Jurgen Klopp's press conferences, anything that Jurgen says or anything or anyone says. Again, we do clips off the show. We do clips off, just little bits and pieces. But again, I think we're on 1.2k over there nearly. Anyway, but again, we're trying to get to 1k on YouTube as well, so if we can get to 1,000 before the end of the season, be very much appreciated as always. Anyway, but I've been Connor from the COP Council. I will see you all tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Ta-ra.